Okay, so let's introduce the problem first, and then we'll talk about the solution as well. So problem is, here we have two conditions where we have the same output. So if the marks are greater than 100, then invalid entry. If marks are less than 100, less than 0, then again the same output. By the way, in coding, repetition is not considered as a good practice. So we are repeating something. We are repeating the print statement over here. Somehow, if both of these conditions, since the output of both of these conditions, the output of both of these conditions are same. So if somehow we can combine these two conditions, these two, then we can achieve something. And in order to combine these two conditions, there's a thing called logical operators that we'll have to learn. So there are multiple types of logical operators. Right now we are going to talk about only two. Rest of the operators will be introduced later on in the course. So AND operator and OR operator, right? AND operator is usually denoted by product. A product is denoted by dot. So if we have two conditions, let's say condition A and condition B, right? We take product of both of the conditions. Here, zeros are denoting false and ones are denoting true. For example, if condition 1 is, or operator 1 is false, operator A is false and operator B is also false, then the ultimate outcome is going to be false. If A is false, B is true, again, outcome is going to be false. Why? Because in product, if we multiply 0 with 1, it is going to be 0. If we multiply 1 with 0 or true with false, again, it's going to be false or 0. The only way result of product can be 1 is both have to be 1. So if we multiply 1 with 1, then we'll get result 1, which means that in order to get the result true for AND condition, both of the conditions A and B have to be true. I know things are not much clear right now. We will perform practical in a minute, but let's just skim through the OR condition as well. So OR is denoted by plus, which means that 0 plus 0 is 0. So false plus false is false. But 0 plus 1 is 1. So false plus true is true, which means that either A should be true or either B should be true. Ultimate result will be true. Or if both are true, that's great. The result will be true. Let's implement and OR conditions practically in order to, let's say, practically learn what these tables are saying. So if I come over here, I say, let's say, true and false. Okay. Now, true is, remember, 1, false is 0. What is the outcome? It's going to be false. Why? Because AND is the multiplication. If I perform the same operation with OR is what? OR is addition. So true is 1, false is 0. 1 plus 0 is going to be 1, which means the result is going to be true. So yeah, it is true, right? And if for this condition, let's say we have true and true. Now, they both are 1 and 1, and condition multiplies, right? So 1 multiplied by 1, it's going to be 1, right? You might be wondering that this is such a dumb thing to do. Yeah, you're right, but let me do something like this. Let's say num is equals to 5, okay? So here, if I say num is greater than 5, let me make it not 5, let me make it 7. Okay? So if I say num is greater than 5 or num is equals to 5. Now, what is actually happening over here? These both are logical are comparison operators, right? So is this true or not? 7 is greater than 5? No, this is false. So ultimately, since this is false, so it will be translated into false. And then or, this is true or not? No, this is also false because 7 is not equals to 5. So this is going to be false, right? So false or false. 0 plus 0 is going to be 0. So let's run it. No, it says true. why? Oh, sorry. This was true. This was not false. Come on. And so this was basically like this. True. So true or false. Or is addition. So 1 plus 0 is going to be 1. So it is going to be true. So if we run it, yeah. Oh, we already ran it. So it is true. But if we say and, now this is true, but here we have and. Now true and false. True multiplied by false. 1 multiplied by 0. End result is what? It is going to be 0, right? Now I think you're getting somewhere in your mind. Yes, we have to implement this thing over here. But let's not ruin, sorry. What did I do? Okay, let's not ruin the same code. Let's add another cell over here. Let's paste this code over here. And now we will modify this particular code. Let me zoom out a little bit so that you can have a look at both of the codes. Like this. Cool. Okay. Now I want to modify this thing by introducing and or conditions. And I will write the whole thing in one line. Okay. So here I'll say if marks are greater than 100, or since I have two conditions, either this is true or this is true. Okay. If any of these conditions are true, then come over here. Okay. Now what will happen? For example, the entry is 1000. Okay. Let's say entry is 150. So it will start execution from here. Okay. So 150 is greater than 100. Yes, this is true. Okay. Or marks are less than, 150 is less than 0. No, this is false. But fine, that does not matter. We already have a true. And since we are dealing with OR condition, so we only need one true, right? So since this is true, so true plus false is going to be true. So the whole expression will be translated into true. Since this whole expression will be true, then this body will be executed. And since this body is executed, so this whole part will be ignored. So if I run it, will it work? Oh, why is it in the execution mode? Did I execute any other cell as well? No, I did not. Okay, let's see. Looks like kernel has gone to the infinite state. So in that case, here, by the way, this static shows that this cell is running, right? So, but it is not showing anything. So what I will do is I'll go to kernel and I will say restart. Okay, and here the red button restart. So yeah, it is going to be restarted in a minute. Here you can see it is again showing processing, which means that it is not restarted yet. So it will take a few seconds. Yeah, now it is restarted. Cool. So now run it again. Okay, fine. Now we got it. So 150, and let's run it. Here we go. It says invalid entry. And if I enter negative 20, so now this is true. No, this is false. Okay, fine. This is true. Yes, this is true. So false plus true is going to be again true. So this is going to be executed and rest of it is going to be ignored. Running it. There we go. Invalid entry. Cool. One more thing about 55. It says need improvement. Yeah, works perfectly fine. So we basically started off with this solution, and then we, since this solution did not had any check for the invalid marks, so we added check for the invalid marks over here, and finally this check was working perfectly fine, but it was not optimized. So we learned new things to optimize that particular check as well. So now we've got almost all the tools to work with the conditional statements, to work with the control flow of Python. And in next video, we are going to solve the same assignment by using ChatGPT as well. And let's see what ChatGPT gets us.